Hello everyone. So today we're going to cover creating character sheets and assigning those character sheets to players. So I'm going to log in. Maybe. Do a reload here. There we go. Oops. Helps if you remember the password after setting it. Anyway, all right. So I've already created two players, although technically I should say one player and another person who I've currently assigned as a game master. And then we have Token, who I've just made as a player. And we did this in the last video. Now we're going to create a character sheet for Token. And then we will assign the player to the character sheet. So let's go back. Okay. So under player characters, there's nothing. We're going to add a new actor. And, this little icon of a group of people. And let's call this new character or actor is Token I Am. So here's his sheet. I'm going to ignore that for a moment. Now, I've created the character sheet, but currently it's not associated with any players. Myself and Dave, who is also a DM, has full rights to see this sheet because we're game masters. But for the player coming in as Token, he won't be able to see this sheet until I assign it to him. And to do that, you right click on the character sheet, click Configure Permissions, and you'll see here I've got the player Token. Just to make this a little more interesting, I'm actually going to go back out. Let's see. Configure players. Let's create an additional user. We'll just call this player 1. Assign it a password. We want it to have player permissions. And we should be back in the game momentarily. Alright, we're back in the game. Go back to our sheet, our characters, expand our folder. There's Token I Am. If you left click, his sheet comes up. If I right click and say Configure Permissions, I can now pick which player So now we have Token is now the owner of Token I Am. So there we go. Now if I drag this to the map, if Token logs in, he will now see the map. So let's actually log out. I'm going to select Token. I'm going to log in as Token. And now we can see Token. And we can see what he sees and pick a color and say save configuration. And his little indicator down here matches that color. Now token can't do anything because the game is paused. And because I'm logged in as token, I can't unpause the game. So I will need to log back out. We'll go back in as Game Master. Okay, and now we can see everything. You know, if I unpause the game, you can see token move. But I'm doing that currently as a Game Master. Anyway, basically that's how the interaction between the actors so yeah they just something to point out here, the terminology used is not entirely consistent. So here it's actors directory, create an actor. In this case I created a folder called player characters. Otherwise, this would just be sitting here, not in a folder. But I'd like to keep my players and my DM assets separate. So that's just me. You guys can do it however you want. Anyway, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and or subscribe. And if you want access to the module assets, please subscribe to patreon.com/DMTony. Thanks and have a great day.